was like, aw, I really wanted a McFlurry. And this man, word for word, said, oh baby, I'm sorry, the ice cream machine is broken. Wanna go somewhere else?
So he offered a solution to your problem, and that's an ick? I don't understand. And heads be sitting here talking about some what is Trilly talking about, bro. You just yapping. You don't got nothing. And we supposed to take this on the chin like that John made perfect sense. Like that John totally did not just absolutely just not make no sense at all. We supposed to be like, all right, word, that was the one. He literally was nice, cordial, and respectful. Gave you title of baby because you already know when you really in love, that's when you calling them. Yeah, like y'all hear me say all the time. Shout out to Love of Babies, you know, the girly pops. But like, yo, if that's really a baby, he talking about baby, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead. We can go somewhere else, find your John. And that truly is the ick to you. That's not good. He's trying to find a solution and he's keeping it respectful and loving. Jazz, what do you want then? I see you must have wanted the nice guys, the r/nice guys in the Reddit. You wanted them boys. I feel it. Facts. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. What's cracking this time around, babe? You already know what it is. You saw title thumbnail. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, we talking about this girl. Her name is Jazmine 10. Apparently, she was like one of them little influencer girls, you know, just posting the girlies girl content, you know what I'm saying? For the babes. For the babes. She was posting all this type of jazz, but apparently she done took her Clara Dow arc real serious, bruh. She done really took her Clara Dow to the heart because she done switched up on her audience. Now she's on her weird junk. She been hypocritical and all that type of jazz. And where heads be tweaking, Trill is gelling. So you already know we about to get into it and see what it is with this. So let's do it. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Love a Baby. Coco's crazy. Okay. We got the disgusting side of Jazmine 10. You already know what it is. If you want to watch the OG vid, down in the description, first link. Go share the love, like I say all the time. Go share the love with everybody, but go to share the love with Coco's crazy. Let's get right into it, gang.
Who do you think of when someone says a perfect influencer? Many think of Jazmine 10.
Melon.
Why wouldn't they? She used to be viewed as the person young girls went to. She was the girl's girl. She was the one who gave girls advice on respecting themselves, valuing themselves, and more. She was once described with one word, motivating. And she could make you the
prettiest girl in school.
But one video would forever shatter her image into 1,000 pieces. What is that video, you may be wondering? Well, after a deep dive, I discovered that it truly wasn't just one video. After looking through hours of her content, I found some very disturbing things she has said. And I can assure you that by the time you're done with this video, you won't see her as a motivating figure anymore. You'll rather see her as a bully and not a great person after.
I wouldn't be shocked, but talk to me.
All.
I'll see it out.
Today in this video, we will be getting into Jazmine 10, the influencer who ruined her reputation overnight.
Still, the audacity. From that moment on, the crush went like pew!
Maturity is realizing she's toxic. I never got that girl's girl vibe from her.
I'm already knowing this show about to be this show about to be so freaking dumb. It's about to be so stupid. She's about to do some crazy John. She really about to sit here and be like, oh, well, I bet I ain't really do nothing wrong. Guarantee you, bruh.
I don't think I've ever gotten so many comments to make a video on a certain girl before, but here I am. I've gotten so many comments on Jazmine 10, I decided to look into her a little bit more. Sure, I've seen some of her videos on shorts, but I was never really a fan of her like I was of Clara Dua. But once I looked into it, I discovered...
See, you already know. And I ain't gonna lie, I would watch, what's the name? Coco's crazy videos on Clara Dow. Yeah, Clara Dow, I ain't gonna lie, she was on troglodyte action. She was the one I was, you know what I'm saying, trying to compare heads' eating habits to back, you know what I'm saying, with heads during the hunter-gatherer times. Yeah, that arc was,
that these people weren't really exaggerating. I also watched Kelly's video. I'm guessing a lot of the comments were inspired by Kelly's videos, so shout out to Kelly. She was the first to come out with one of these types of videos in recent times, so overall, I give most of this video's credit to her. I also want to encourage you to subscribe to my animation channel so you don't miss the project coming this summer. Link in description. Just type in the username. Now let's get into it. Jazmine 10 blew up with one thing: positivity. She was the one you went to when you needed advice as a young girl. You needed something to make you feel better about yourself. She'd act like your older sister. She'd tell you advice on makeup, secret hacks, how to deal with boys, how to be more respectful, and overall, she was the one that made you get through life. She was there for you. That was her whole purpose, making you love yourself. The problem is, though, that all came crashing down.
And, like, that's obviously something good to push. You know, obviously, you'd want people to not be insecure. You want people to obviously feel good about themselves and be happy with who they are, because they're only going to be themselves. Funny enough, no matter how much you try to be someone else or how much you idolize people, I was mentioning that in the last John, you know what I'm saying? The Trilly X denim situation. I ain't gonna lie, but even still, that carries on to this. Like, bro, of course you would want to push, you know what I'm saying, these better forming ideologies on the people, because it's good to see. But when you're hypocritical on them, Jones, like how we're about to see with her, bruh, it kind of throws that all out the window and you look like a fraud. Which is fucked up. Like, come on, man.
Down when it was revealed that she was kind of a hypocrite. But I gotta give her credit where credit's due. This girl is a genius. There are so many young girls that just are uncomfortable with themselves. A large majority of her audience is likely kids. I'm guessing 12-year-olds, because that's likely where she targets her videos, because that's the age range where these kids are the least comfortable with themselves, their bodies, everything about themselves. I was in psychology class today and I almost fell asleep, but we saw the statistic that was the lowest confident rate both boys and girls experience in their life is when they're 13, which makes sense because you're going through...
like, you literally just start puberty. You're literally on, like, just got out of being a preteen.
Puberty, you're having all these new experiences. Overall, it just makes sense. And, I mean, this is kind of basic knowledge, but there's a lot of 12-year-olds in the world, so aiming your content towards making young girls feel confident is kind of genius. Like, you're gonna get a lot of views on...
I mean, it's... Yeah, I say yes, and it's kind of skewed, because I ain't gonna lie, you could argue that everyone, like, depending obviously, but then again, it also does depend on a good amount of factors, but like majority of the people like around this age range that make content now, like the majority of age range is gonna be children. Why? Because like just have more time on their hands. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if you gotta go to school and that's about it. Like, maybe you play a sport, maybe you have a club or some type of job, maybe you got some other like extracurricular activities, but like you got way more time than the average, like, you know what I'm saying, adult or some person. So like especially of course if you feel insecure, I ain't gonna cap, like, yo, you gonna seek more of these heads out, and if they're making this content towards these type as, you know, they trying to farm you, yada yada, it makes sense. I ain't gonna lie.
And a lot of likes
for my glow recipes and drunk elephants, but she is still a kid and therefore she has to earn her way to bougier skincare. So girl, count your blessings.
Yeah, okay.
And I can already see the hate comments rolling in, so don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this content. It's very, very beneficial to young girls. The problem is
that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what I was saying initially. Like, this isn't that bad. Like, this is good. Like, even if it is kind of building a little bit of a parasocial relationship to really hook your audience in, like, oh my god, bro, Jazmine, that's my big sis in the comments. Like, hold on. She still don't know you, little bro. But even still, like, I'd rather have, you know what I'm saying, these good ideologies and stuff like that be pushed out at least before she got hypocritical. I'd like to have this be out more or less than going down, like, I don't know, the Johnny Somali route where your content just starts off bad and never gets any better and just constantly gets worse. But she could not be hypocritical. Like,
a lot of the influencers that make this content are massive hypocrites. They'll say one thing and they'll go ahead and say another. And that is certainly the case in this video today. There are multiple videos that have been uncovered that make Jazmine look like a complete hypocrite and just overall make her career completely destroyed.
Open Pinterest and then search ugly girls. What does it say?
Oh my god, we couldn't find any pins.
For ugly girls, there's no results for ugly girls. That is so
Oh my
cool.
God.
Now open Pinterest again.
Okay.
And then search for ugly boys.
Oh, I knew exactly where this was going. Oh my god. Wait, who is doing the same thing? Oh yeah, Beta Booby. I mess up her name every. B Badoobie. She was doing the same thing off the Crash Out when heads were telling her she couldn't sing and she fell for the rage bait. And then she was like, yo, oh that suck. I'm sorry the boys are insecure. I'm sorry the incels came out. Oh my god, bro. We not doing this. Why everybody formula the same? Why we just gotta go down the route of just hating certain genders, hating certain people? Why are we doing this? Who does this benefit? Who does it benefit? This don't benefit nobody. This just building more echo chambers. I know it's gonna be like, bro, aren't you joining? Aren't you trying to be part of us? I'm freaking Ethan's orbit. Bro, aren't you joining the echo chamber? No, I'm not. I'm calling out everybody on their demons, and this right here is one of the Jones we need to sit here and demonize. Yo, just be fair on all people, bro. It does not matter, bro. It does not matter if they man, women. It does not matter about none of this shit, bro. Just keep it cool with all people's. Like, why are we doing this? Like,
Oh my god.
There's actual results. There's actual ugly boys.
There are mainly two things I don't like about this video. One, her sister's in it, and you know me, if you've watched my videos before, I don't really like when kids under the age of 18 are being filmed, especially on things such as shorts and TikTok, because, you know, not the best people lurk on here, and they make not
whole Umichi lore. Whole Umichi lore.
the best comments.
Holy
Now, this is
Lord.
entirely my opinion. She's not doing anything illegal by having her sister on here. It's just my opinion. She shouldn't be really using her sister for this.
I don't even really care because I made the same argument with Ethan and all that. Like, bro, because I remember Dennis was trying to say this, John, on a bit, like, oh yeah, I'm so happy, you know, actually it's word of Ethan, it doesn't show the kids' faces or whatever. Like, even, like, obviously, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, platform all these young ass kids, you know what I'm saying, while they're jits, that's obviously a good thing, like, you know what I'm saying, they don't need attention at that age. But at the age her sister is at, it's like, bro, it's whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure her sister's gonna be able to know way more right from wrong and be able to avoid dangerous situations way more than, like, a legitimate jit, like an actual kid, like a toddler, bro. But then again, my also problem on this is, like, she's pushing this ideology that's bad, not like the positivity she was pushing earlier. She's pushing this bad ideology. I can't even talk. Really can't grammar. She's pushing this bad ideology now, like, onto her sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you don't gotta start demonizing the bros. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta start demonizing the gang for no reason. Like, what? Like, what are we doing? That's what I'm saying.
Type of content. There are a lot of people that could be saying very mean things in the comments about her younger sister. In my opinion, she seems to be kind of using her sister for content. The second thing I have a problem...
It's just like, well, no, it's not just like, it's a difference, because this shit, let me keep in mind, Jazmine Tang, she might be a B-hatch, because, you know what I'm saying, she switched up her audience, but she is no OF troglodyte. But I was going to say, it kind of reminds me of Camilla Aguiar with her brother, like, where she be using her brother, farming her brother for content, bro. It's like how she does with her sister.
With is that she's kind of being a hypocrite here. Instead of just simply lifting up girls' confidence, she's just pushing down guys to lift up girls. And overall, that just doesn't work. If you're all about positivity and lifting up people's confidence and that's your career, you shouldn't be pushing down the opposite gender. That just makes it not work, if you know what I mean.
It just, again, makes it hypocritical, because aren't you supposed to be overall positive and push people up? Like, even if your content is more like strictly focused towards the, you know what I'm saying, the women audience, the girly pops, you know what I'm saying, the lover baby audience. Shout out y'all. Like I say, even if your content is more shifted towards y'all, if you're overall trying to push positivity, you should show that for both genders and all people, regardless of that factor. You know what I'm saying? So
imagine if it was the opposite gender. People would be going crazy. If some guy posted a video on some website and said, if you look up ugly guys, nothing appears, but ugly girls, I guess it's a guy's website.
Yeah, that's just double standard shit. Like, double standards, unfortunately, in this reality is like unavoidable. Like, shit is just gonna be like that. But this is what it's gonna do.
Website, huh? Haha, ugly girls, haha. Like, it just doesn't work. Pushing down the other gender to push yourself up just makes this short kind of awkward and weird. Sadly, this short is only the beginning
It just, again, like I said, makes it extremely hypocritical.
The toxicity of this content creator. She gets so much worse. Here's a clip of her basically shaming a 20-year-old and calling her ugly for having kids. And after we look through this clip, we're gonna look at some more toxic posts of hers.
Baby girl, not to be a hater, but do you guys notice that us Gen Zs are aging really, really, really fast?
Yeah, heads were saying that because the video, shout out Maury, you know what I'm saying? The video he made on talking about Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that, like, oh yeah, bro, and Gen Z's aging mad fast, and they were hating on Millie Bobby. They were hating on Millie Bobby Brown. I can't even say that shit. Jesus Christ, saying that she was looking mad old and all that, and I was still saying, I really don't care, because Millie Bobby Brown, she hit the DM. I'm sitting there like, where and when, babe? So them heads tweaking, but she about to go ahead and say something real dumb. I already know, but yeah, some heads in Gen Z, I feel like it's also just the factor of life. It just really depends on what you're doing. Like, if you're constantly stressed out, no matter what age you at, it's just gonna make you age faster regardless. Like,
And looking way older than our actual age, like, muka kita boros banget, anjir. Like, this morning, I saw this girl in my Pilates class, right? And I legit thought that she was like a mama muda that goes to Pilates class after she drops her kids to school in the morning. And today I was feeling sociable, right? So I poked her and I was like, oh my god, you awet muda banget. And she was like, bitch, what are you talking about? I'm 21.
Before we continue the short, don't get
I just don't fucking understand, like, why did she do that shit? Like, who, like, I don't know.
Me wrong. Everyone makes embarrassing mistakes. Like, I'm sure we've all said something dumb to someone before and embarrassed ourselves and possibly them. But the fact that she just kind of like goes on to make fun of this 20-year-old is kind of disgusting and weird.
At that point, I wanted to unalive myself because, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Girly, girly, girly pop. She's still in school.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, yo, I be saying girly pop too, but babe, calm down the gestures. I already had to crucify Denim's dumbass for doing them Sims 4 gestures. Now you're sitting here doing it too. Huh? Where the fuck is it, John at? Huh? The girly pops. We gotta chill too. Like, yo, I understand what you're saying, babe. You could tell the story normally. I understand. Like.
21. Why does she look like a mother of two who responsibly files her goddamn taxes every year?
Aren't you supposed to be the women pushing for the girls? Aren't you supposed to be the women pushing for the girly pops as we just discussed? So why are you undermining this girl because she looks a little older than her age? And that's not even like I'm sitting here trying to virtue signal, because I don't even give a fuck. I think she's hypocritical for this shit. But like, bro, if somebody look older than they look, bro, that's just what it is. But why is she sitting here really harping on this, Joe? You supposed to be uplifting all the girly pops. What are we saying?
Imagine being that 20-year-old and stumbling across this short or overhearing someone say this. Like, imagine hearing someone say this about you. This is so disgusting and mean. Why would you say this? Your entire career is built off of building people's confidence and motivating young girls.
Yeah, and specifically the girly pops. Like,
why are you saying this? It just doesn't make any sense. And keep in mind that she has 2.5 million subscribers.
And you about to do this hypocritical dumb shit to ruin your career? Damn. That's crazy.
Highly doubt that 20-year-old knows about her channel, but imagine she found out and found this video. That would break her heart. This is so sad and just disgusting.
And Icky have romance.
Yeah, and they have cooties.
Just focus on yourself, practice your art, play sports, do theater, go out with your girlfriends. Never put an effort into pleasing men.
I'm peeping game on that agenda you try and get off. Like I said earlier, yo, if you want to be twinning them, if you want to be twin folking them with Beta Booby, like, yo, go right ahead. But like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bruh. This just bad optics for you, Jazz. This bad optics, babe.
Of course, I have too many hobbies to care about boys anyway.
And I can't wait for the people.
There's no way her sister is genuinely saying this shit. I know she got her sister saying this shit.
Me comments. And no, I'm not just saying this because half of my audience, according to the YouTube statistics, are guys. In my opinion, no one's ever
you know what's crazy about my statistics? Funny enough that, like, you know what I'm saying, Lover Babe Coco Crazy mentioned that. Yo, you would think like Mahjong would be majoritarily guys too, but actually the way Mahjong is skewed out, it's like 54% of the girly pop. Shout out child, love the love of babies, like I always say. And then it's like the other, like, you know what I'm saying, 40-something% is the bros. Like, Mahjong is skewing towards the wham, and I ain't even know. Hey, listen, but it's still shout out everybody though. I'm finna call out the hypocrisy on both sides. I'm finna call out the good actions on both sides. Y'all know what it is.
Respect women if women put down men. Don't get me wrong. Still today, women are oppressed. Since the beginning of time, women have been oppressed. Women have always been oppressed. Sexism probably will always exist, sadly. But if we want to come as close as we can to equality,
it's definitely gonna exist when them dumbass niggas like Myron still exist. Like, you know what? Let me not. It's not even
right. We have to treat the other gender with respect. We can't be hypocrites. We can't go on to want equal rights and then proceed to shame men and put them down. And it doesn't matter if she's joking. She has dozens of these clips, a lot with her sister, where she's just poking fun at men, making fun of men, and overall it just seems very hypocritical.
I was like, aw, I really wanted a McFlurry. And this man, word for word, said, oh baby, I'm sorry, the ice cream machine is broken. Wanna go somewhere else?
So he offered a solution to your problem, and that's an ick? I don't understand. And heads be sitting here talking about some what is Trilly talking about, bro. You just yapping. You don't got nothing. And we supposed to take this on the chin like that John made perfect sense. Like that John totally did not just absolutely just not make no sense at all. We supposed to be like, all right, word, that was the one. He literally was nice, cordial, and respectful. Gave you title of baby because you already know when you really in love, that's when you calling them. Yeah, like y'all hear me say all the time. Shout out to love of babies, you know, the girly pops. But like, yo, if that's really a baby, he talking about baby, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead. We can go somewhere else, find your John. And that truly is the ick to you. That's not good. He's trying to find a solution and he's keeping it respectful and loving. Jazz, what do you want then? I see you must have wanted the nice guys, the r/nice guys in the Reddit. You wanted them bulls. I feel it. Facts.
From that moment on, the crush went like pew, pew. I legit thought that he was one of the hottest guys I've ever seen in my life. But after that,
So he's not, because again, he offered to solve your solution. He offered to solve your situation in a respectful manner.
I've never seen him in the same way ever again.
Mind you, she's talking about a date in this situation where the guy simply told her that the ice cream machine was broken at McDonald's and they had to go somewhere else. And
there is like a literal 95% chance, like literally a 95 through 99% chance, if you go to your local McDonald's, the ice cream machine gonna be busted down. So I'm not even going cap. I don't even know what you expected in the first place. But that's besides the factor. He still wanted to solve that problem for you in the best way possible. I don't know how much better you could go about solving this situation, and there's still nothing. So I don't know who's pleasing you, Jazz. I don't know.
she says she lost any attraction to him. Like, this seems a little bit overdramatic and a little bit weird. If any guy on YouTube was making these videos about women, I immediately would call him a misogynist and never watch him again. Any of
Yeah, this is exactly why we don't give a shit about niggas like Myron. Once again.
these videos. They're extremely hateful for basically no reason. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of reasons to get mad at certain men. There are plenty of disgusting men out there, but this is just like so random and unnecessary. In most of her videos that I've seen of her, she kind of presents as this toxic popular girl. She reminds me of that girl in middle school that everyone wanted to be.
It's like she's really high and mighty and pretentious with this John, bro. She really truly feels like she has to pay men no regard, and I don't know why she's feeling like this. Again, not even off the factor of her whole content supposed to be based off of positivity, but just on the factor of like what has, and this is the same thing I was saying about Beta Booby, because her John was stupid. She just clearly fell for rage bait. But what have men done to you personally, or better yet, Dochi's a better example of this. What have men personally done to y'all to where y'all feeling like this? Because y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, and it's not your fault, because some heads in the world is just really evil bulls, but you need to come talk to like a real bull. And if heads don't want to say I'm a real man, fine, whatever, bro. If you think I'm a bitch, hey, bro, that's you, sure, bro. Whatever you say behind the screen, that's cool, my nigga. I feel you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I be wanting to agree with you, but at the same time, like, bro, you need to find a dude that's gonna treat you with actual respect, gonna keep it real, and gonna keep it a buck. Like, bro, some of these heads y'all done talked to, whether it was your fault for, you know what I'm saying, getting into these conversations and or in having interactions with these terrible dudes or not, it's like, bro, y'all gotta try to find some better dudes out here just to talk with, not even to be in relations or none of that. Cause like, yo, you're putting this generalization out on all dudes when not all dudes are like that. And I say this all the time. Juice WRLD is my second favorite artist of all time. You know what I'm saying? And I love the song All Girls Are the Same, but are all girls the same? No. Trust. There are some truly great, excellent lover babies out there. And then there's troglodytes like this. And then there's troglodytes like Denims. And then there's troglodytes like you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different Jazz.
Just because of her spot. All the best guys liked her. She had got all the attention. She was the prettiest, but she was a really big brat who gossiped about everyone and hated on everyone. She just reminds me, she gives me that vibe. She values looks to such an extreme extent. I remember my first day of middle school, this girl asked me, "Are you rich?" Like, that was her first question, and I immediately knew she was that type of person. Anyone who values someone just because of their wealth status or their look,
they basically value on the I can't even talk, on a materialistic level, like,
is not a great person, because overall it's just such a stupid thing to define someone by. You can be a horrible person and be wealthy or rich. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, like this is obvious, but in basically every video of hers, she basically seems to define people by their looks. That's the only thing she cares about. When she sees you, the only thing she cares about are your looks. If you aren't attractive, you're trash, you're garbage, you're below her. It's just a weird way to look at the world, and it's kind of a sad way to look at the world. She films a lot of videos where she talks about secret makeup hacks and stuff with her sister in the background, telling her sister how she can make her better and make her the prettiest girl in school.
It's like, yeah. And my thing is, like, how does her sister truly feel about this? And that's not like no parasocial tip, but like, is her sister just wanting to go along with all this shit? Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Her sister really looked like a jit. Her sister probably like in middle school or something, John. I don't know if in middle school you're thinking, oh man, boys and men really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They really not shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really need them. Like, bro, ugly boys, there's always ugly niggas, but ugly girls, hell nah. Like, bro, is her sister, like her little sister, her jit sister, really sitting here like having these ideologies going on all day about this job? I fucking doubt it. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm of the belief, in my opinion, she's probably got her sister saying this shit, like, to be real, because no way I can see a jit constantly thinking about this type of junk. But even besides that, like, why is she doing this? It's hypocritical against her whole joint. I don't even, like, who is it supposed to appeal to too? Because then we're just building like these toxic environments, bro. It's like I don't even know, bro. This shit is so crazy when I see some of these people.
It's just kind of like, I don't know exactly how old her sister is, but she's definitely young. She's
That's
between the age of 8 and 13. I'm not sure exactly where, but somewhere around that range. And that is the exact area where you don't want to harm someone's confidence. That's the exact age where their confidence is the lowest, and you don't want to push.
Don't even talk about promoting the unrealistic beauty standards. I didn't even want to get to that shit, because that's just more or less on that Clara Dow tip, and like
lower by making them obsess over looks and making them obsess over looking a certain way. And it's just a very, very bad thing to tell such a young kid. And once again, this is my full opinion. I don't know who else has this opinion, but she just seems so much like a toxic popular girl at school. A true confidence person or girl's girl should be telling young girls that they are beautiful the way they are and that they don't need to change anything. But instead, she shoves products in your face and continues to tell you, you need to be prettier, you don't need to age, you can't look like you age, you're gonna be ugly if you don't do this or this or this.
I don't even know how to explain it. It's like she's an anti-pick-me girl. It's like, because you know how a pick-me girl wants to do everything like in order to gain the favor of dudes. It's like she's the opposite of that. She's doing everything to gain the favor of women, but also failing at that because the women are looking at her like, yo, bitch, you're hypocritical to what you were saying earlier in your career. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying earlier. Like, who is this supposed to be appeasing? Because everyone is calling her out for this. Like quite literally everyone's calling her out for this. Like, bro, I don't know who was watching her vids and being like, yeah, you know what, you're right. You know what I'm saying? We should be trying to promote all these crazy standards to your younger sister. Yeah, we should be saying fuck dudes. You know what I'm saying? We should be doing all that. Like, bruh, babe, who made you go down this pivot in content? You should have stayed being positive. We need to go back to the makeup tutorials, keeping it cool. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the jits gonna be watching. You gonna corrupt their mind. Let's not do it just like Clara Dow was.
She just is the opposite of what she's supposed to be. And don't get me wrong, she's got a few videos that can help boost a young girl's confidence, but there are a lot of problematic videos too. And as we know, a few problematic videos easily cancel out 100 beneficial videos.
I was about to say, like, but you already know what it is. They say the pros outweigh the cons, but sometimes the cons just destroy the pros. Or the cons just make you straight fraud out on the pros. Like, bruh.
It's just, you can't be a hypocrite and at the same time make content like this. And I don't hate her. Like, I don't think she's a horrible, terrible person, but I don't think she's a great influencer for this certain area. I think she could do other stuff. She's talented in some areas and she's good at some stuff, but I just don't think she should be this specific influencer because her content is pretty toxic. And I already know I'm going to get a million comments disagreeing with me on this, but once again, I just hate the fact that she has her young sister.
Shit, call me a Coco's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Call me a Glazer, but I ain't gonna lie, love her baby speaking her truth, and I agree. No cap, like,
during all of her videos, because once again, I just don't like that. It's weird. And I know for basically a fact that she's not purposely attracting weird people, but weird people find these type of videos pretty easily, and they are not afraid to make weird comments.
It's more or less like echo chambers, and you know what I'm saying, people just trying to have their egos and John boosted while also having certain narratives be shifted, even if they don't want to be the ones pushing them themselves. Denims, but also kind of with this, where it's like, if you're in the comments, I mean, some heads in the comments are John probably are straight up just agreeing with her, like, blatantly, but even still, other heads, you know what I'm saying, they'll try to play that little plausible deniability. I just don't understand, again, overall, and I've been saying that the whole time, but it's really, like, truthfully need to be drilled in, especially where, what made her start shifting over to this? Like, why did she switch it up? Like, why did she go from basically being, like, overall positive, even if she was shifting more towards, you know what I'm saying, the girly pops and the, you know what I'm saying, younger women, to just going radically to supporting women and just hating dudes, and then trying to shift this ideology on her little sister? Like, why? What made her do this shit? I don't understand.
So easy to hide behind an account and just type out something really creepy or disturbing that her younger sister could see and be scarred for life after witnessing. And once again, kind of leeching off of what I said earlier, I don't really like the fact that she's influencing her sister in such a negative way.
Like I was saying.
Making her care so much about beauty, being obsessed with beauty, and all these stupid little products. It's just like, that's the worst age to get a girl into something like this, because that's the age where they're least confident. They're already seeing models and influencers telling them they need to look a certain way. They're already seeing videos on TikTok. They don't need their phones.
This damn near the same shit that's like, you know what I'm saying, that was happening with Piper Raquel, like as she was going through the whole John with her kids content channel, because I don't know what the hell that actual Jones would be. After I heard about that John with that other site that's basically like a Patreon clone to Piper Raquel, I was tapped out of that. But yeah, it's like you're being brought up with these certain ideals, like that shit gonna rot your mental once you get to, like, you know what I'm saying, 18 and like become an adult and all that. It's gonna cook her. Like, she can't be doing this to her little sister, bro.
Sisters saying the same exact stuff. So no, I don't think she's like the next devil, the devil incarnated. I just think,
like, is she about to be like a world evil? No, but like, come on, bro. Like, some of this shit is very hypocritical. This ain't looking good.
That her content is more problematic than good. I think she's kind of toxic. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being simply a body positivity TikToker or a confidence boosting TikToker, but
except if your name is Clara Dow.
Overall, she just simply isn't that. She claims to be it, but you can see through the multiple videos she has shaming different people that she simply isn't what she stands for. And today, with such short film content such as TikTok and YouTube Shorts, it is so easy to blow up with videos like this and boost.
Yeah, because again, it's like it's how you build those echo chambers, bro. Like, people that share this same like discourse and people that share these same ideologies but don't want to put it out themselves, they're just heavily propagate this, start liking it up, start sharing these vids, you know what I'm saying?
Career off of basically 2-second clips, but that's what's boosting all of these toxic people. They can blow up easily with a few viral clips, but at the end of the day, they don't actually have to stand for what they make. As you know, if you watch my videos often, we've seen this before with body positivity TikTokers. We're seeing this right now, and we're going to see it a lot in the future, sadly. Because at the end of the day, confidence, loving your body, and overall being happy is important. But
of course, that's what I'm saying. And that's even, again, what I always say all the time, is like, on a factor with yourself, you're only going to be you. And obviously, if you want to look smacks, bro, you got to start mogging. Gotta start mogging. Like, stupid. Like, even if you want to look smacks, you know what I'm saying, do stuff like makeup and all that to make yourself look prettier, or go to the gym, you know, all that type jazz, that's fine. It's completely fine. But what you have to be acceptable for at the end of the day, whoever you are, yourself, your body, whatever your build is, bro, you got to really be happy with that. Can you improve it? Like I said, yeah, but like, you not about to be nobody else, bro. You need to lock in with what you got and be happy for who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just always gonna be at the end of the day. So when heads like her be like, oh, fuck these people, oh, you gotta do this, side, and third to be the most pretty, you know what I'm saying? Or you're not gonna be the most beautiful one in school. I don't like saying all this, Joe. That's just called negatively impact heads. Like, you should not be doing this.
But who
what
delivers that message
positive
to you is very important as well. It's so easy to see a viral clip and fall in love with an influencer, believe everything they say, and then slowly not see their toxic side.
That's why TikTok is so dangerous. But again, like I said, clout is the worst drug of all time, bro. Worse than Fent.
That's why it is incredibly important to call out these influencers. That's the video for today. Thank you so much for 200K. See my community post about it, so I don't yap about it too much in this video. Subscribe to my animation channel, and I'll see you in the next one.
I ain't gonna lie, like I said, shout out Coco's Crazy. Shout out Lover Babe. Go shout out Lover. That was the disgusting side of Jazmine 10. Like I said, if you guys want to watch the OG vid, down in the description, first link, go share the love. You already know what it is. Shout out Coco's Crazy. My final opinion and conjecture is more or less like I've been saying the whole time. Jazmine. Jazmine 10, babe. You're looking very hypocritical, girly pop. It's looking real bad. Yeah, like these Jones are saying and going down like kind of going on this arc of like really hating men for what it looks like, at least no reason, when you don't have to do so. You know what I'm saying? When you were making content that was going pretty good, was going very positive and uplifting people, even motivating some of them, you know what I'm saying? Or let me not even say that, because before she switched up, it could have been motivating people to, you know what I'm saying, feel more secure about themselves. But even still, making this switch and playing off of that is not only hypocritical, but it's like a stab in the heart to the people that was really feeling boosted by you. It was really like you were making them feel generally like confident and good about themselves. It's like you're turning your back on them, and that is some bullshittery. Pretty fucked up, girl. So I would hope that you fix that shit. And also, stop trying to push those unrealistic beauty standards on your sister. It's kind of fucked up. But hey, listen, who am I to speak on this, John? Just some parasocial boy, right? Just a loser nigga on the internet, right? You know what I'm saying? Nigga in his mom's basement, right? Tough. Fuck do I know? But yeah, kind of wouldn't be good for her mentally, you know what I'm saying? We want her to be chill. Let her be a jit. Like, come on, man. But yeah, like I said, shout out Love It Babe Coco's Crazy. And I'm finna catch y'all on a flip, baby. Peace.